Hey guys, Chi here. Here today I'm just gonna randomly have a run of Monster Prom. I play this game with my friends a little bit. This is really good fun. I never actually did a solo run, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully this doesn't take a long time.
Let's go.
Ah, spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back when we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid. But always willing to live our life to the fullest. We're on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Who am I? I'm this guy. My name? It's your boy Chi. I just realized it's all in capitals.
I could do this.
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and we fantasized about our dream prom dates. We're all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates, Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who was compensated for his rather small brain with his stupidly large heart. Liam DeLioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork.
Yay!
Polygeist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. Now, a note here, I'm going to be attempting my own voices for all these characters, so please bear with the terrible voice acting. It was clear, it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date. And even more taunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we're young and unafraid, and we are ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but are they rotten in so many different ways? Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start! Which god do you pray to each night before sleeping? Praying is kinda lame. I have a group text I set up with some deities. Dionysus, Bastet, Loki. Coolest cats in town. Oh, I pray to all kinds of gods. I have this business where people pay me to deliver their prayers every night. I even started to look for a Chinese factory to outsource the prayers. You built a 100-foot statue commemorating the event, and in 1,000 years, archaeologists learned something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? That mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever, unlike all that boring stuff they said on the news. Yeah, basically. What would be a killer accessory? A family of skin made from the skin of my worst enemy. Oh, there it is. We're going for Vera this one. I must warn you, I don't try to do the voices off of the in-game voice acting, so this should be very interesting. Ha ha. It'll be good. It'll be good. Let's do this. Alright. 6 smarts, 4 boldness, 6 creativity, 5 charm, 5 fun, 5 money. So what do we need to improve on? I think I needed smarts, charm, and money. So we'll start with the smarts. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You look up to see Scott approaching Vera. He looks confused. That is unusual for Scott, but you decide to eavesdrop anyway.
Hey, Vera.
You're mean, right? Oh, you noticed. And you're a girl, right? Oh, you noticed. Well, I was watching this high school movie the other day, and there were these mean girls. And the mean girls were... mean? Cheerleaders! Now, I know you're not interested in being a cheerleader, but maybe you could do something to help the football team. I mean, according to the movie, high school athletes and high school mean girls are natural allies, right? As much as I hate to admit it, you do have a point. I suppose you have some sort of idea of what I should do? Well, I don't really do ideas, but I'm sure Chi here has a great idea. Tell her. They both look at you. Well, what's my idea? Oh, shit. Forget cheerleaders, we need fear leaders. Instead of pumping our team up, they'll make the other team feel like shit. Fear leaders. Wow. Hold on 1 second. You and Scott watch as Vera frantically makes about a dozen phone calls. Alright, I've trademarked fear leaders. This is mine. I didn't think of it. Also, thank you. I can already imagine the uniforms. Black leather, real skulls, a folder of blackmail material on every member of the opposing team. You know what? I already have most of that stuff in my closet at home. I'll have a prototype by this afternoon. Vera skips off to her closet to create this terrifying new uniform. You're not sure whether you want to stay far, far away from that closet or get a closer look. You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts. Well, we're off to a glorious start already. Oh, jeez. Alright. Next stop, the lunch table. You take your seat and, if you didn't know any better, you would say that it seems like Vera and Polly are almost interested in their phones than they are in you. And you do know better. And you know that is that is exactly what is happening right now. It's nothing personal, Chi. It's just Polly and I are very engrossed in texting our financial slave. Yeah, it's pretty hard to compete with some guy whose fetish is buying you anything you want. That's my fetish too. Not buying things for people, having people buy things for me. Duh. Good thing he's rich enough to take care of both of us. You know what they say, true friendship is sharing secrets and financial slaves. Still, I do worry that this arrangement might not be sustainable. What if he runs out of money? Our cash flow instantly stops. Besides, being handed everything you want on a platter, in this case, the platter being an online money transferring platform, is almost boring. Yeah, I get that. It's a little less boring when you're as much cocaine as I am right now, but I can see what you mean. If we could somehow turn this into a business venture, then maybe it would get interesting, and we could continue to profit even after he's gone broke from catering to our every whim. I mean, how interesting do you think business actually is? Since he's so all obsessed with us, we should just tell him to do something totally insane and see if he does it. I don't know. A weirdo giving away his money and getting into hijinks and great is all, but I want to start making real money. And I think money is fine and all, but my favorite currency is chaos. Seems like the ladies are at a very exciting crossroads. Maybe a random bystander can give them a nudge in the right direction. You can easily grow this arrangement into a business. Just escalate and delegate. Have a financial slave go and acquire his own financial slave to give him money, and have that financial slave go and find a financial slave. Oh my god. Aha! That would increase our income exponentially, immediately. Which are two of my favorite adverbs when it comes to monetary gain. I mean, one financial slave between the two of us is already strangely a lot to handle, so managing an army of them sounds draining. But as long as it's in a pyramid scheme, and we're at the top of the pyramid where we don't actually have to deal with lowlives, who cares? I think I'll just go check on my toilet wine. Don't worry about her. Polly would know a good business idea if it slapped her on the ass. Which happened one time, actually, but it's a long story, so forget it. Anyway, we can tell people in order to become official certified financial slaves, they have to buy a kit of supplies. Then they'll start a dirt slave. Then they become 5 financial slaves under them, then become pathetic ground slave. Then they can work their way all the way up to gold, diamond, platinum, Sao Chow, Mocha, Grand, supreme slave. What? This was a great idea, Chi. We should go write the business plan together and prepare to profit. Did Vera just say she wants to profit with you? Holy shit! Vera sharing her cash flow is like a third base for her. Awesome! Alright. Alright, it's evening time. We need some... more smarts. That day the teacher is tired from teaching, so she recurs to the classic technique of not giving a shit and putting on some historical TV show for you to watch. But you don't expect that it's super effective! God bless the golden era of television. The TV show is compelling thanks to ridiculous amounts of nudity and bloodshed, but at the same time, you actually learn a lot about history. You gain 2 smarts. Later, you see Miranda and Vera cornered by the wolf pack, who are watching them like a pack of wolves. How could one of you ladies like to go on a date tonight with the hottest dogs ever to not be literal hot dogs? What? I wouldn't. At all. This is not at all how I like my courtships to begin. Where are the jewels? Where are the flowers? Where are the bloody heads of my enemies? Oh man, we'll show you courtship. On the court, when we win, on the court, at sports. We'll show you sportship courtship. What? Every time I think the guys at the school can't get any dumber. Oh, I get it. You're both shy. Don't worry. Our barks are worse than our bites. Except when we're doing sports, because then we bring it. Yeah! But if neither of you have the confidence to say which one wants to go with us tonight, we can just choose for you. Yikes, like they're relatively well-intentioned, but you should definitely step in and save one of them. You don't want to go out with Vera. I mean, her snakes have syphilis. I really don't know if this is the right choice. This could go horribly wrong. But I don't think choosing Miranda is the right choice either. Oh god. Here we go. Yes, that's exactly right. They do have syphilis. Hey, that oddly worked. Poison flows through my very veins. I'm a powerful, dangerous, bad bitch. Oh, she is. Fear me, you puny little mortals, and fear my ability to destroy you effortlessly. You know what? I think I just heard Coach calling us. We need to go practice not getting STDs. With that, the wolf pack is out. Vera, I'm so sorry to hear about your illness. I had no idea. Miri, my snakes don't actually have syphilis. We're just trying to give them the slip. Oh no, you started something awful. No, I started something great. But at least it worked. You gain +2 smarts and +1 boldness. Good god. Week 2, morning time. Oh, jeez. Alright, now that we've done a little bit of that, what we need... What do we need, actually? Some charm, I think. Oh, the gym is... Don't want to go to the... Don't want to do that right now. Let's get some money. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, managing your star kicker. You deceive lots of people with sensationalist video promises. Nice! You gain plus 10 or 100,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs and you only keep 2 money. Later you see Vera cackling to herself in the hallway, which is whatever, but he's might as well find out why. Just practicing my prom king acceptance speech in mind. It's not like the title bears any meaning whatsoever, of course, and I really do consider the whole thing way beneath me. However, considering how much meaning other girls put into it, I cannot risk an upsy bitch thinking she's better than me. Plus, it's not bad branding either. I could see using a victory to start a line of successful prom king accessories guaranteed to get you the win. Perfect prom shoes, the right makeup, fancy knives to take out your opponents. Speaking of which, I assume this goes without saying, but I'm not leaving anything to chance. I'll be doing a blood ritual to ensure my win. I still haven't found the exact details yet, but I'm optimistic that at least some of the items will be found in the shop. The only question is, where can exactly I can find the details for a proper blood ritual? Which is... the internet. Like, yeah, actually, yes, the internet, because that's literally what it's there for. Oh, right, good call. Sometimes you get so caught up in the grand scheme of exploiting blood and magic to secure petty victory that you forget about the little things. You and Vera scamper over to the library, where we are already, to put the school's computer to good use for once. For real, does anyone at the school use school resources for educational purposes? Let's this research blood magic to guarantee prom queen victory over basic bitches to maintain social status. That's pretty clear, right? Yeah? That's pretty clear. Couldn't possibly be any clearer. Seems like we're going to need the blood of a farmer prom queen, the tongue of a goat, and the earrings of an ancient goddess. Not exactly stuff that's to be lying around, but when you're destined to be prom queen, you make it work. Well, not that I'm destined to be prom queen, I wouldn't have to do blood magic in the first place. But hey, when you want to achieve greatness, you make your own destiny. You check the shop, I'll grab a goat, and we'll meet up in the bathrooms to cut its tongue out and get this party started. Sounds like a party indeed. You gain plus 2 fun and plus 1 smarts. Smart. Alright, so actually, we're gonna head to the shop.
All right.
See if we can find some blood. Welcome to my little shop. Buy some shit. I have shit that'll boost stats, shit that would lead you into stupid new adventures, even some shit that might be much needed at some very specific moments, so take a look. Well, is that a... Yep, that's exactly what we need to buy. Yeah, who want to save money for their college fund? You can spend on weird shit that's most likely useless. That's the spirit, champ. Ugh. Ugh. Why were you even selling that? Okay, we do need to get some charm in our system here. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback because, you know, it's your boy. Expect nothing less. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain plus 2 charm. You notice Vera standing in the corner, pissed. What looks like a fresh braid on the back of her head is actually 2 of her snakes fighting. Poison's flying everywhere. Oh, I'm okay. It's just Hissy and Bob having another disagreement. It happens. This time they can't decide whether Miranda's domain should be called a kingdom or an empire. And it's like, who cares? I'm telling you, if they wanted my hair, I would literally sell them to Thailand, where they eat snakes. I mean, yeah, snakes get feisty when they have jobs. Put them to work building your empire. Why, of course. I've forgotten how testy snakes become without gainful employment. It's one of the best spelling books, Snakes and Suits. I would like to read that. But come to think of it, my snakes already do have jobs. They're not just doing them. Bob, where is the report on Portugal? Are they at war yet? Hissy, have you poisoned the school's water supply like I told you to? No? Then how am I supposed to sell water to Miranda's family? You think it's easy selling water to mermaids? Hissy and Bob pull out cell phones and start making calls. How? You don't know which impresses you more, Vera's managerial skills or the fact that snakes can use cell phones without thumbs. Either way, you gain +2 creativity and +1 smarts. But, huh?
All right.
But, More gym? I think we really need to pump this charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worth anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. As impressive as that would be, you explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reasons to keep playing and gains a sense of self-worth. You gain +1 BFF, but she's not in the game, so it happened off screen. We're not gonna go into that. And +2 charm. Without warning, Vera pulls you aside and hisses in your ear. Oh my god, the stalker's back. You follow her pointed finger and you see a guy dressed in a white toga and winged sandals facing away from you. Looks like a creep. He's been following me everywhere. He thinks I don't notice him checking me out in that mirror shield he has, but I totally do. Ugh, it's such a chore being this beautiful all the time. How am I ever going to get rid of him? He looks great. Why not bribe Zeus, king of the gods? All the money left in your bank account, you go to the liquor store and buy a 40-ounce keg of King Cobra and some Pez. You pour oh god dang it. Good god. I'd rather take my chance with the stalker than slum it with a poor person who doubles as a lightning rod. Dang it. Dang it. Well, there's a lot more weeks than a normal game.
All right.
You arrive at Polly and Vera's table to find them eating. Wait, both of them. Oh, yum, yum! I sure do love food and eating. Good! Look at this food go in me. Yes, this cafeteria sloppy Joe truly has a subtle flavor profile. Finally, you notice the cause of this absurdity. A well-dressed businessman sitting at the next table, watching both women intently. Oh yeah! I know you like this, baby. My eating is realistic and erotic. Be cool, Polly. The man wants you to pay for us for eating in front of him, not screaming about us eating. Is this not what eating is? I forget. While Vera tries to explain eating to Polly, the businessman shyly approaches you and gives you a small bow. Much obliged, friend, he says in a soft voice. Are these two fine ladies your friends? I must confess I have searched far and wide for a suitable candidate to fulfill my rather unusual fetish, paying a student at a high school for monsters to eat food while I watch politely from a distance. But I find myself unable to choose which of these two beauties to hire. The snake-headed one possesses a certain grace. Yeah, pay me, motherfucker. Pay me to do anything I was going to do anyway. But the translucent one has such passion. I don't even know I don't even want the money. This is just freaking weird and I love it. In your opinion, the businessman finishes, which would be the wiser choice on my part? The Gorgon, obviously. Look how many mouths she's got in her head. The businessman strokes his chin and nods. Good point. The ghost only has the one mouth. Also, food seems to go right through her. This Gorgon, meanwhile, has countless mouths. Such value. Value is right, Pervo. 1,000 in cash, up front, and you can pay for all my meals, and you give me your pants. What? Holy shit, he's doing it! He's doing it! He's getting naked! Vera's able to convince the businessman to pay for a fancy dinner for you and her. It's a little creepy with him watching the two of you, but you get over it. That is weird.
All right.
Alright, let's go to the bathrooms. That day you skip class just to hang out in the bathroom because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits but gain 2 boldness. On a close inspection, you see blood pooling on the floor, and Vera standing over it, smiling broadly, holding the carcass of a skinned goat. Hey, thanks for coming. The fun's just getting started. I know we only need the goat's tongue, but like, if you're going to take the tongue from a goat, might as well take the skin too and make yourself a pair of sweet boots. Not that I know how to sew, or take time to even if I did, but Miranda has some mer sleeves I could borrow. It's a pretty nice tongue, right? Not too fat, not too thin, the right kind of purple. I think I'll be the most beautiful, regal, free-eyed prom queen to ever grace the spooky high school in no time at all. It's not a bad plan, except that spiders need to relieve themselves too, and it's at that exact moment that Principal Giant Spider walks in to use the toilet. Oh, hey! Good afternoon, Principal Giant Spider. I'm just holding this skin goat on school property because this guy is a spy from the rival institution who was sent here to blow up the school. Principal Giant Spider gasps. A rival institution? Do you think it's Pixie Prep High? We weren't sure, that's why we skinned the goat to investigate. Oh no, says Principal Giant Spider. You're high school students. Despite popular belief, high schoolers are never qualified to solve mysteries. We'll launch a full-scale investigation immediately. And as witnesses, we'll have to sequester you the rest of the day to ensure your safety. Well, that feels super unnecessary. It's very necessary. Now take the goat carcass as evidence. Gah, can I at least keep the tongue? Absolutely not. Every piece of the goat must be melted down to look for evidence of fairy dust. I got you this time, silly scum. Fuck. You just lost the goat tongue. Vera's respects, -2 boldness, and -1 smarts. Oh god, I screwed up again. Okay, to reflect, I have had a very hard time trying to get Vera. Like, the hardest time. I think it's my 3rd or 4th attempt at trying to woo her, so we're gonna have to grind this one out. Charm smarts. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. At one point, you're about to be eliminated by a player from the other team, but suddenly you convince him not to throw a ball at you, and with such a heartfelt speech about the importance of everyone's lives. The player bursts into tears, and you take that exact moment of weakness throwing a ball at him. You lose -5 Mercy, a stat that might be useful in Monster Prom sequel, but isn't now, and you gain +2 Charm. As you walk down the hallway trying to beat a level of Bone Crush on your phone, you run smack into Vera, also engrossed in her phone. Sure, feel free to read over my shoulder. You wouldn't understand the charts anyway. Miranda's been mouthing off about being a princess again, if that's so amazing.
Pathetic.
She's a princess underwater, and you know what's underwater? Sea slugs and fish shit. Yes. You know what's not underwater? This school. Why should birthright matter when there are so many other factors that determines a person's worth? Their beauty, their cruelty, their business sense, and using all these factors, I've divided the school into cools and uncools. Now I just need to find a way to reinforce the superiority of the cools over the uncools. Uncool students have to carry cool students from class to class on chases. Yeah, actually I like that.
Not bad.
I do worry about my shoes getting scuffed up getting from class to class. These cockatoo scale pumps cost $2,000. What am I supposed to do? Walk in them? Of course, the uncool student should pay for the chases out of pocket. Maybe I'll go into the chasey business, exploit my fellow students, advance the cools, and turn a profit. A few days later, you see Vera being carried from Apparitions 3 to AP Fearmongering on a beautiful studded couch. You notice there's a tag on it that says Oberlin Upholstery, and Vera's counting her money. Sweet. You gain +2 money as a royalty for idea, and +1 smarts. This is wow, this game's gonna be really long. This gives me a lot of chance to make up for that mistake. As you approach the table, you see Vera delicately lifting a fork full of quinoa to her mouth. She brings lunch from home when... Food 468. Who do we appreciate? Eating, eating, yay, eating! Scott, what on earth are you doing? I'm cheerleading you to help you be the best eater in the whole school. What caused this obsession with cheerleading me through mundane activities that require no cheerleading? Everything requires cheerleading, silly. That's why we have cheerleaders for our cheerleaders. But I can see my cheerleading's not working. You haven't eaten anything yet. That's because you keep startling me with your damn cheerleading. I can't eat when I'm startled. No, that can't be it. I must not be cheerleading hard enough. Hey friend, maybe you can help me. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be cheerleading for Vera to eat the food. You should be cheering for the food to be eaten by Vera in the walk-in freezer. You know, back there in the kitchen. Take a hard left. Oh, duh. It's like we cheer for the other team to lose instead of cheering for our team to win. Yes, I invented that cheerleading strategy. It gives us a huge psychological edge against the teams that hate losing. I'm gonna go try it right now. Those vegetables are gonna get so inspired. Oh, Scott. Oh, Scott, you precious bean. Scott runs off to the kitchen to inspire the vegetables. You can still hear his muffled shouting from the back, but it's not bad. Thanks. Now I can finally enjoy this quinoa and baby tear salad without unwanted encouragement. For the next week, all the cafeteria food seems extremely eager to get into your mouth. Cheerleading really works. What? Okay.
All right.
Okay. A little bit more charm. Oh, right. Crap. I wasn't paying attention. I kind of... Actually, wait. Do I need the money? I might need the money. Never mind. Oh, waste of time, but whatever.
All right.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place, but the match is as important as the human interactions within it. Well, you're at your peak when you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally memorized. It's the most epic wink ever. Damn, you know how to win over people's hearts. You gain +2 charm. You're making your daily practice protection payment to Vera when suddenly... Everyone, stop what you're doing and look at my majestic visage. The interdimensional prince, muscling out of my territory, are you? Not at all, my darling Viperous. I'm here strictly on a business capacity. Business, you say? I'm all ears, except for my snakes, which are all tongue and teeth. It's simple economics, my love. You're an aspiring crime kingpin. I'm a prince. I propose a merger. A merger of our resources, our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. Interesting. Oh no, Vera's getting on her calculator. If she decides this merger is financially viable, good luck asking her to prom. How will you undermine Vera's confidence in Prince's financial status? Oh god, replace all his gold with fish? Or steal his money with your high-frequency trading calculator? Or Carl. I think I have enough smarts to do this, so we're going to go with Carl. Before we drop the contract, I hope you don't mind providing a full accounting of your assets. Of course not, my dear. As you can see from the spreadsheet, my entire kingdom is owned by someone named Carl? Let me see that. You idiot! Carl isn't a person, it's a computer algorithm. It probably stands for something like Computerized Optimus Robotic Light Bulb? Nope, doesn't stand for anything. It's just Carl. You gain +2 boldness and +1 smarts. Hey. Okay, besides that one screw up, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Oh god, more Vera and Scott. I love Scott. Watching Vera eat is usually pretty disturbing. Her sneaks eat at the same time she does, but at least it's usually quiet. This time, however, Scott is doing his best to change that. Go lefty! Gobble that mouse. No, watch for wiggles coming from behind. Use that tongue. Go! Ugh, does he do this every week or so whenever my snakes need a meal? He seems to think snake eating contests are a competitive sport. Also, I don't think he realizes that an actual snake eating contest would probably involve people eating snakes. I tried charging him for tickets to get him to stop, but he actually pays to do this. He keeps track of each stick's statistics on a little index card. He's even giving them names. Outside the game, I respect him for that. I would do that too. But back in character. Go Slither! Go Bendy! Go Sanchez! Go Snake! Those aren't their names. God, no matter how much he pays for the tickets, it isn't enough. This seems like a really tense situation. You're resolving the only way you know how, by opening your mouth and yelling... Boring. This is nothing compared to earthworm eating contests. What? There's a more exciting sport than snake eating contests? You gotta tell me about it! Oh yeah, earthworm eating contests are literally crawling with suspense. Ha! And even better, they're going on all the time, with thousands of players in each game. Thousands? Where's the game? Where do I go? Anywhere they start. Anywhere? They're starting so many places. So many places that aren't here. Get going, sports that game, or whatever. I will, Vera, I will. I swear, one of these days he's going to decide choking on his food is the sport and die. Well, you hope Scott doesn't actually die. The main thing on your mind right now is Vera smiling at you. Nice.
All right.
Money. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so F it. You gain +2 money. As you survey the library, you notice Vera, whose sneaks are hissing and spitting as she glares at her computer monitor.
Pathetic.
This shit is getting so old. Every time I go on a dark arts forum, I have to deal with sexist trolls, trying to call me out and prove that I'm fake dark arts girl. Oh yeah? Like Lich King so much? Name 3 of their earliest curses. You probably just take pictures of yourself with cursed artifacts to get attention. As if I can't wait to murder people in obscure occult ways just because I'm female. Please. I'm so sick of dealing with this sexist bullshit that all I want to do is use magic to make people suffer. I don't even know what to do. Digging the first one. I'm digging the first one. That is an excellent idea. I can start by giving background context and talking about the Rune Gate, and that Siren published Book of Runes, and everyone got way too obsessed with looking into the lives of all the men she's drowned. And then go on to explain that women in the dark arts face every day that no one believes we can use curses. And that's where I'll lay in the curse that would melt everyone's eyeballs out. I think I'll start by talking about how hard women work to be taken seriously when draining the pigment from their irises. Then I'll move on to explaining how damaging sexist attitudes are while having the flames consume their pupils. Quick as a fierce feminist flash, Vera has published her essay online. It goes viral with literally impossible speed. An essay that literally melted my eyeballs out. So painful and so dark artsy. This gal knows her stuff, writes one chupacabra. I will never see women as unworthy of the dark arts ever again, says a formerly sexist sea serpent. I will never see women at all. I'll never see anything. I have no eyeballs. Woke writes a lich because he's blind now and can't see the keyboard, which I assume means I may have lost my vision, but I gained a new perspective. Wow, I didn't know how many minds I could change with just my writing. It's like they say, have the serenity to accept things you can't, and the courage to change things you can, and the wisdom to know when to melt some sexist assholes' eyes out of their faces. Look, Buzz Feasting on Brains posted an article about the 10 most savage points of my essay, and how to make your cornea stop melting down your face. Let's read it together. Oh, the friends who melt people's eyeballs together go to prom together? That's a saying, right? Whatever. 2 bonus and plus 1 fun are yours. Oh god. The last week.
All right.
That day you visit the bathrooms, take a number 2. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment. Thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions of your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. Look at you, you crazy bastard. You gain plus 2 boldness and probably 1 words I can't pronounce. Staphylococcus, and a slight chance of plus 1 STD. After you notice that the bathroom lines are longer than usual, and it's not even giving out free cake in the bathroom day. And that's when his blood got all over Daddy's chariot. Not the problem. The good news is it's never a murder if there aren't 3 or more witnesses. If anyone tries to argue, just remind them that the death, alleged death, took place underwater and therefore is disqualified for a regular trial and must be resolved via trial by combat, aqua combat. Wow, Vera, you're amazing at this. Here's 50 money. Legal troubles, Chi? You come to the right. Absolute 100% licensed attorney. I'm sure you'll find everything to be completely above board and in order. It would be smarter to keep your mouth shut if you don't. So at that moment, Principal Giant Spider walks in and his feet, all of them, stop in their tracks. What's going on here? Are you running some kind of illegal law firm out of the school's bathroom? What? Of course not. That's absurd. Why? I never. Better step in and help Vera before one needing legal advice is her. What? This isn't illegal. Just ask this lawyer. Yes, he makes an excellent point. As a lawyer, I can attest that my legal practice is, in fact, a legal practice. Principal Giant Spider scratches his head with 3 legs. If you're a lawyer, tell me, do dogs lick their noses to communicate with fleas? Ha! What? Do the laws of time travel mean that a man can be his own grandfather? Is the moon actually square? No, yes, and never on a Tuesday. Principal Giant Spider nods thoughtfully. Well, thank you for a very legal counsel. Here's your payment. With that, Principal Giant Spider leaves. Guess he didn't need to pee that badly after all. Thanks for your help. You know, I've been looking for an illegal legal aid. Crushed it. You gain plus 2 smarts for that quick thinking and plus 1 money from Vera's legal fee. Oh my god, my stats are nice. We're almost there.
All right.
You take your seat beside arguably the 2 coolest monsters of all of Spooky High. Here's hoping you can keep up with them. Vera, are you eating manticore steaks again? Yes, and it's delicious. Don't you know the amount of cruelty involved in the mainstream meat production industry? Yes, and it's delicious. Besides, Liam, you're a vampire. Don't you only consume things that are dead? Well, yes, I suppose. But it's always ethically sourced, organic, range-free, and human. The human population is out of control, and eating them is the most environmentally responsible thing to do. Listen, Liam, I happen to have a personal feud with every single animal I eat. I make sure to meet all of them first and ensure I'm devouring only the ones I hate the most. It makes it extra tasty. Well, then, surely you can inflict pain without going through the cruel meat industry and supporting factory farming. But isn't home cruelty better anyway? You may actually have a point there. And if I get my hand on the pot, I can inflict even more effective and specific pain. And I bet there's a way to make money off of this too. Hang on. Somehow I ended up arguing against my own interest here. Liam, do you want to find innovative and creative ways to move society forward, or do you want to oppose cruelty like every other weak mainstream loser? You can actually hear Liam's brain shaking as he struggles between his desire to be perceived as ethical and his desire to be perceived as creative. Maybe you can step in and help out. You know, you kill me, lose their lives, but what about their afterlives? Instead of letting them spirits go to waste as byproduct of the mutants, they serve their eternal souls as a side dish. Liam, animals are already suffering from ignorance. If Vera wanted to increase their pain, the best we can do is teach them the concept of death so they can really fear their fate. Let's educate cattle on metaphysics. Wow, this one's hard. Well, oh shit, wrong one. I can't condone animal cruelty, but I wholeheartedly support animal education. It's not the worst idea you've ever had. Although face it, Chi, you are known for having pretty terrible ideas about half the time. I don't really see building an empire of private schools for cattle. With my business acumen, I guess it's possible. I can rest secure in knowledge that I'm solving the bovine education crop crisis. Dang it. Dang it.
All right.
Let's try increasing my charm one more time. You turn around and find Vera staring at you. This often happens, but for some reason it's not a death stare this time. She actually looks kind of happy to see you. Weird. You decide to go with you do best. Push your luck. Finally. If you'd taken any longer to come over, I would have had to have my minions drag you here. Listen, my date for tonight was unexpectedly eaten by vultures. Totally not my fault. Anyway, I need to fill the slot somehow, and I thought maybe you could recommend one of your more attractive friends? Hahaha, just kidding, darling. You're not half bad. But seriously, meet me at 1,000 Arms at 9:15 p.m. or the vultures will eat twice today. Did Vera just ask you on a date? She did! It's like Christmas in whatever damn month it is right now. Whew. Whew, I've never seen this one before. Whew, come on. You can do this. You can do this, Chi. Let's do this. But if you don't want this to be more than just a one-time thing, you best come up with an incredible dinner gift to win her over. Not the mirror. She's a Gorgon. Bad idea. The head of her greatest enemy. Dang it. Dang it. Please don't screw me over. The monster prom draws near.
Hey there.
All right.
Come on. You finally pluck your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Prom together? You know what? It can be seen as charity work, which would be wonderful for my resume. It has nothing to do with me finding you somewhat attractive or interesting. So yeah, let's do this.
You're not bad.
Prom was awesome but short. Vera took tons of selfies of the two of you. At one point, she revealed her true intentions. Probably business related. Perfect, but now we have a solid alibi for what we've been doing tonight. Now the real party can get started. And then you spent the rest of the night mercilessly hunting down her most hated enemies. She taught you how to properly use a sniper rifle and it was super intimate and flirtatious. Bloodiest bonding experience ever. Hey, your boy did it! Yeah! Yay! Oh, it took me 4 or 5 tries, but I finally got her. It's only the neutral ending, but whatever, I'll take it. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd week of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we were and who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Vera founded and became captain of the Fear Leaders. They ruined the lives of many people. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries have the right to be graciously ruled by Mer Kingdom. Scott became a world-renowned athlete, but he ended his career to come back to his hometown and take the job of the athlete who he admired the most. Now he's here again at high school, working as coach. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom may have ended there, but there was lots of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Hey! Hey! So thanks everyone for watching. As a side note, for those of you who have actually been watching and are waiting for the universe mode to start, I've had kind of a setback with my computer. So it'll be probably another couple weeks or so before Universe Mode gets started again. I wholeheartedly apologize for this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Prom. I probably might come back and play this again, record this again, maybe with some friends. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll see you guys next time.